Kick to the gut. I like it.
What's up? This is a very special episode of Kick to the Gut. We are live at the Hive. You see what I did there, bro?
I like what you did, bro.
Yeah. I'm a poet, didn't know I can be a rapper. Do you think I could be a rapper?
Bro, take over Forum, bro. Forum Part 2 featuring Mr. Young. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Let's do it. It's Mr. Young.
And it's Forum in the building, guys.
Ah.
What is up with this, bro?
I know.
Talk to me, man.
Perhaps this is a thing, a sign of things to come in the future. Maybe we level up. Maybe we take it out of the house. Bro, this is like the first time in a long time I've seen you.
Yeah, man. We've been doing this podcast like over live stream 2 years plus?
2 years plus, you know.
Bro, I only see you like less than 5 times.
Bro,
in
I
a
can
year,
finally
bro.
touch you, bro. Come, let's touch. No.
Oh.
We got
Okay, this is too much. Okay, wait. First of all, let's give some context why we are here.
Yeah.
It's the end of season 5.
That's right.
So we've hit 195 episodes.
We're almost at 200.
We are almost at 200. We did it just a bit more tease. We have hit 200, but then we gotta stop, take a break,
Yeah.
kind of calm ourselves down, bro.
You know what that also means, right?
What's up?
Season 6, very early in season 6, we're gonna have to do another big celebration.
Oh, why, bro?
Because it's 200, what?
Oh yeah, shit.
Hey, bro, what if we line it up perfectly so that our 200th episode is WrestleMania season?
Bro. Okay, that's also okay. So we have to plan a break, right? Long enough that people will miss us, but just in time to like hop onto the bandwagon for like WrestleMania season.
Just like WWE and AEW wrestlers, right? They got to go away for a while. Then when they come back, they get that big pop.
Yeah, man. I think people sick of our face and our opinions already.
I think so.
Yes, exactly.
Well, then again, I don't think anybody is ever sick of Mr. Young shitting on the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega.
Apparently, it has become a meme. People talk about it. It's a Twitter thread now.
Hey, I saw, the other day, was it Sir Who's?
Yes, so who's pro?
Send us right, on Kick to the Guy, right? A video of I need context to this video. Let me talk about this video. It is 2 Japanese. I think one is Ibushi, was it?
Yeah.
Or one fella, I can't remember lah. But they were doing like ballet, but they were chopping each other.
Is it?
Okay, I need to know the context to this. Is this like some sort of a comedy show? Because let me put it to you this way. If this is a comedy show, I'm actually quite okay with it. You know why?
Why?
It's akin to, let's say, The Rock showing up on Saturday Night Live and fake wrestling somebody. The context is this is a comedy show. It's fine. It's not a big deal.
Okay.
However, and somebody tell us, if this video was supposed to be a proper wrestling show and then they're wearing tutus and then dancing to Tchaikovsky's whatever and then like...
I'm so touched, bro.
yeah, exactly. Right, and they are reacting to it like, if that was a real show, then obviously I have a problem with it.
Okay.
But if it's a comedy sort of, yes, this is a game show or this is some sort of like, Japanese talk shows, they have a lot of comedy shit one. If that's that, then fine. In that context, it's okay to have a little fun. Mr. Young is not some crusty old curmudgeon who's like, oh, the wrestling should be real. It's still real to me, goddammit. At least try to fucking make it look real. Okay, anyway, see.
Yeah, you see, we went on a tangent.
Huge
We're supposed
tangent.
to be less than 1.5 hours recording. But
I blame
anyway,
you, Sir Who's, for that link.
I can't wait for all the comments, so please let us know. So yes, in terms of context, so this recorded video podcast is gonna be like our teaser. We're gonna test the water, see whether this works well.
Yep.
We got a huge, nice, awesome space here at Hive at Lavender, so shout out to them. If this does well, who knows, we might have special episodes with guests. We can finally interview wrestlers and guests in person at a place and not at our house, bro. Our partners won't allow us, tell us to go away. Hey, why you bring wrestlers to our house and recording? No,
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't need like rando, sweaty wrestlers stepping into my house next to my bedroom or that.
Bro, I heard Mick Foley last time used to couch serve with fans back in the Attitude Era just to save money, bro. So maybe...
This is a different era, bro. Different era.
Yeah. Now I can Airbnb.
Oh, yeah.
So
Now we can do everything Zoom.
Yes.
But once in a while, we want to do special episodes, so that is why we are here. We're testing the waters. So glad you could join us. First and foremost, we just want to say thank you so much for being with us on this journey. 5 seasons.
Yeah, 5 seasons, bro.
Like, who'd have thought that, like, most relationships don't even make it past 5 years, let alone, a podcast, right?
Bro, I can tell you, the amount of fights we've had, I think it's probably 0.
Right.
I don't think I've ever fought with you
Like,
before.
not like fight lah. Except the one time I tried to save him from getting a spear, and I was like, bro.
You saved me from a fight.
Yeah.
Every time if I angry or what, I don't take it out at you. I just take it out at our intern. Hey, what's up?
Sally behind the camera over there.
Behind the camera. Don't worry, you don't need to show yourself. Yeah.
That's the thing, right?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, wrestling is our big escape.
Yes.
And I think there is room within the community that we can express our feelings and our opinions and be okay with it.
Yeah, it can be a safe space
Yeah.
to talk about wrestling. Even if you have differing opinion, I think the fun part is disagreeing. So when we are recording this, right, we are recording right before we're gonna have our first ever Kick to the Gut end of year party or wrestle party. So right after this shit is over, we're just gonna like fly over and we're gonna head over to our event space.
That's right.
So even if you disagree with Mr. Young, you got a bone to pick with him, right? You got 2 hours later at the party just to like find hey, Mr. Young, what's your problem? Yeah, but he can talk to you in person and validate his opinion, bro. So that's fun part.
And I might be able to convince you. You never know. Or maybe you can come and convince me.
Yeah.
But the point is, all right, it's time to wrap up the year. But before we get down to our Kick to the Gut awards, which we do every single year, always very fun, right?
Yeah,
we have other things to talk about. So, okay, near the end of the year, December time, we had awesome local events, SPW, and then of course GrappleMAX. Unfortunately, I couldn't go because I was training for my marathon, so I had to go to bed early.
Bro, I'm happy that you're still alive, bro.
Thank you. I can actually still walk. My legs are fine.
Can somebody give respect to Mr. Young?
Hey,
in his early 40s, he's still doing marathons, bro. I haven't even done a full marathon in my life, bro.
Bro, next year we train.
Hey, let's do it.
We do training montage.
Remember that one time we wanted to do Spartan together?
And then the pandemic happened.
And then the whole organization closed down in Singapore.
Yeah, they're like, sorry.
Never mind. We'll make it happen next year. Okay.
Yes, let's do it.
But anyway, the point is, so even though you missed it, so me and Sally, our intern, we actually checked out Gold Standard.
Yep.
So on our official final episode of the podcast, we previewed the show. We had Greg, we had Christian join us, and shout out to Christian for not letting us know anything that was going to happen on that day, because when we actually attended Gold Standard, it was an amazing show. I think it was the most packed GrappleMAX has ever had. Like,
nice.
Usually they have like sections beside the ring, right? Now they got a second section behind one section. So it's like, I think it's the capacity crowd. I think it's one of the biggest crowds that GrappleMAX has ever had.
Nice.
GrappleMAX. So yeah, it's an amazing crowd. And also at the end of the day, I think everyone was like really excited for them to crown their first ever inaugural GrappleMAX Openweight Champion. So that was a big deal, bro.
Beautiful title, by the way. But of course, we kicked things off with, was it Christian, the first match?
Yes, correct.
Right.
Christian versus my guy. So bro, nothing happened, but my guy, Showtime.
Right.
It was for the Cruiserweight Championship, right? I believe that is not their title. That's from Wrestle Square.
Yeah, Wrestle Square Cruiserweight Championship.
Yeah, but Showtime has been holding that title for so long.
Yeah.
I think they are like, you know that situation where you borrow money to someone, right? But they take so long to give you back, right? To the point like, never mind, like it's his money, like.
Yeah.
It's the same situation, bro. So Showtime held the title throughout the pandemic. I think at least a good 2 years plus.
Right.
And he fought against like.
Ever since I've known the fella, he's been
GrappleMAX,
the Wrestle Square champion, right? So yeah.
Since 2019, I'm pretty sure. So I'm like, wow, this fella, he's trying to do a Roman Reigns. But again, Showtime is not just about the title. He's been building his own empire.
Yes.
He has Prabhu by his side. He got like, so we'll talk about the other matches. But the fact is, like, Showtime has been coming with the big record. He seemed invincible. But he was coming up against, I would say, Christian is like one of the most promising wrestlers in GrappleMAX.
Yeah.
Athletic, and we had it on the show. He's passionate about wrestling, and his influences are from like the divas and from the cruiserweights. So like he was bringing a different style, and I thought him of all people was the perfect representation of what a cruiserweight champion should be.
How was the crowd for this? Because we know that he's been sort of growing in popularity in terms of the fan base over at GrappleMAX.
Remember he was talking about how he had that one person who is like always had like a Trish Stratus standee with the face.
Replace the face, with him.
Yeah, and I believe there was another lady and she kind of like makes a very funny meme. Like Christian was like the apple of her eye. I can't remember what exactly it was, but he definitely has legit fans who are like was really built a connection with him, and I think it's amazing to see. And again, he keeps telling me like, hey, thanks for introducing me to GrappleMAX and all that. And like, if I ever did anything in my life, right, that's worthwhile, right, to me, right, passing it on, paying it forward, right, paying forward my love for wrestling, and it helped reignite somebody's love for wrestling to the point that they watched wrestling as a kid, never did it after that, and then picked it back up and became a freaking champion.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I can just die happy, bro.
There you go.
Like, if I never did achieve anything else in wrestling, right? Helping someone rediscover that love for wrestling, I think that's my ultimate happiness.
Christian, did you hear that? Did you hear the place that you occupy in Foreign's heart right now?
Yeah, man, bro. You're always in my build.
Ayo.
Does that sound right or wrong?
Anyway,
yeah.
The match. Let's go to the match.
So, again, I believe that the crowd was really hot for it. You know why? we had a clear face, we
Yes.
had a clear heel. From the start, Christian was fighting from underneath, but he was always like throwing in all these blockbuster moves. I always felt he has a bit of I want to say it's a bit like Jeff Hardy kind of like never say die kind of attitude. The way he throws himself around, it's not like Jeff Hardy. He's definitely more fluid. Maybe it's like a Paul London.
Sure.
Maybe it's like a Brian Kendrick, perhaps. I think, right, bro. You know why we like Shota or not?
Why?
He really like Jamie Noble, bro. He's like Jamie Noble in the cruiserweight division. You know, that's how he fights.
Okay.
That's how he plays. He's always looking to cheat.
Right.
Always has his backup. Always trying to, I think, like grind and like perform for the crowd. So like I felt like it was such a great opener. Yeah. And the funny thing is, right, Christian always comes to me. So this is a scoop. He always tell me, Ivan, I always in the opening match, I also don't know why. And then I'm like, bro, you know why? I think it's really because you really are great at getting the crowd pumped.
I mean, that's the point of the opening match, right? To set the tone for the night, get people excited for the matches to come.
I agree, there's a lot of pressure, of course, right? But I believe Christian is such a natural. I think he gets the business. He gets wrestling so well that I think like the higher ups gave him so much like leeway. Like, hey, we trust you. We have faith in you. We're gonna give you more responsibility. That's why he's the opening match, and that's why he became the new GrappleMAX.
Hey.
Let's consider it GrappleMAX, cruiserweight champion.
There you go. Congratulations, Christian.
Congrats, Christian. I'm so proud of him, and even though my allegiances are kind of split,
yeah,
knowing...
For context, Foreign's song is Showtime's theme song, right? He comes out to Foreign's rap.
Yeah, apparently our intern didn't know, so I was just telling him, hey, by the way, this was my theme song. He's like, oh really? I'm like, hey, bro, where have you been, bro? But never mind. If you know, you know. So now you all know.
Yes.
So even though my allegiances are split, but I am truly happy that Christian is the new GrappleMAX Openweight Champion, bro. And he really got competitors lining up already, bro.
Is it? Did somebody step up right away? What's going on?
Throwing their names in the hat. We'll talk about it in the next match, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, so Christian, congrats to you.
All right, let's go to the next match.
All right, so for the next match, so this is a tag team grade 1 graduation match, right? So there's a couple of new faces I didn't recognize, right? Of course, we have the stalwarts. We have DJ Cal. So DJ Cal came to the ring. Wait, let me confirm his name. DJ Ben. Or is it B-A-N? Ben?
Ben.
But I don't know. He's a new guy. I've never seen him before. Young looking guy. Very natural though. He felt like a great foil for DJ Cal, because on the opposite side of the ring, there was this guy called was it Ethan? Wait, let me double check. No, it's Simon. Remember? Okay, so Jordan, which is of course Oppa.
Oppa, yeah.
Shout out to Jordan, because I think guilty of starting a lot of the Oppa chants. And Simon, and I remember in our previous episode, Greg said like, oh, look out for Simon. Simon is like this natural, right? He's a very like diminutive guy, small size guy, and everyone when we look at him, it's like, oh, who's this like young Gen Z Abing? What's going on here?
Gen Z Abing.
Yeah, man. But then, right, bro, you will love this guy. You know why?
Why?
He wrestles like Leo Rush, bro. Lashley. No, really. Okay, look at him.
Wait, what do you mean by he wrestles like Leo Rush?
Small size.
Yeah, sure. So he's a high flyer lah.
Yeah, he flies, bro. No,
okay.
Not only does he fly, he is freaking fearless. Okay, I'm just showing like him doing an awesome shining wizard. Check out GrappleMAX Instagram page. This guy was fearless, bro, because he was small size, right? But he was like freaking like a bulldog. Like he took the hits, took the lumps. He wasn't afraid. He's the first guy, bro, that I seen in Singapore.
Yeah.
Do a freaking, what's it called? Like a standing plancha on the ropes and then fly off.
Right.
What do you call that?
Look like rebound sort of a...
Yeah, as in like he's from the outside of the apron. He jumped on the ring rope. Like it's like the standing up for the phenomenal.
Like a springboard.
Yeah, he did
a plancha.
Bro, he did phenomenal forearm, bro.
Oh, okay, well, there you go.
Yeah, and I mean, like, honestly, we take it for granted because we see AJ Styles do it like every time.
Yeah.
But it's not an easy move.
No, of course not. Yeah.
Yeah, and I believe he's like a local wrestler for the first time. I think I've seen a local wrestler who did it with such ease, bro.
Where is this fella from, huh?
Came out of nowhere, bro.
Yeah, exactly,
Came out of nowhere. So that's why I said when Greg said like, oh guys, this guy is a natural, I agree, because my takeaway from this match was, wow, amazing. This Simon, keep a lookout for him. Even though I can't remember, I believe it's either Simon or Ben's. I don't know whose grade 1 match it was. or both of them are grade 1
Might be,
be and like graduating. But bro, this new class, bro, this one is like watching next in line NXT next in line, bro.
Right.
Suddenly seeing everyone perform. So I'm really impressed by Simon especially. Ben definitely did a great job in terms of being a great fall. And
Who was the heel?
the heel,
Or were there heels in this one?
I believe it's so funny because the heel felt to me like Simon and Jordan.
Okay.
Even though Jordan was, I guess, Oppa, right?
Yeah.
But bro, you know what the story of this match was?
What?
The Oppa became angry. The
Oh.
Oppa doesn't like to be called Oppa so much.
He's tired of it.
Then he turned into the villainous, scandalous Oppa. You know those Oppa that goes kena scandal.
Yeah.
Then the career kena affected. So like the crowd was like shouting BTS, BTS,
Yeah.
and you know, and then he was like,
Shut up.
Yeah, he was like kind of like going against it.
Mm-hmm.
But he's really good, bro. I think right, he has started to develop a style.
Uh-huh.
Before this, we kind of see how he does, but we don't really know. We can't put a character to him, right? You know who he felt like? No?
Who?
Felt like freaking like a young Bruce Lee Muay Thai guy, because he was wearing those nice Muay Thai shorts.
Yeah.
And then he was like he
So
was
a lot of strikes.
yeah, very strike heavy kind of wrestling. Yeah, so it was a good match. I believe the one that got the winner was, I can't remember who was the winner. I'm sorry, it's been 2 weeks. It's been more than 2 weeks, bro. What was it? DJ Kel? Do you remember, Saleh, who was actually the winner?
It was
Okay, I don't think
I
remembers.
believe Jordan and Simon
Jordan
got
and
the
Simon.
victory.
Okay,
Yeah,
there you go.
because they're explosive strikes. Yeah, see, caption says that. So
There
good
you go.
context. Remember what I talked about when somebody was stepping up to challenge
Okay.
Christian?
Did somebody step up here?
Yeah. So after the match, so all the pleasantries was out of the way.
Yeah.
They all go off already.
Mm.
Jordan stayed behind
Oh.
below the ring.
Okay.
with all the Oppa chants.
Right.
He cut a promo, bro.
Okay, tell me about this promo.
He cut a promo. He was saying that, he's so happy. He congratulated Christian. It's like, stepping up. And then he said, like, it's like a new era. I want to be part of it. I want to step up. And I want to, like, go for the title. So,
All
like,
right.
so it's cool because, like, you see the young guns. The young guns are stepping up. The young guns want to fight for this title. So I believe, like, is this nice, I guess, undercut or mid-cut title
Yep.
that all these newbies who have all the potential can kind of wrestle for before they go for the main belt.
Yeah, it's very interesting to see, like, because I mean we were kind of there too, like in the early days of GrappleMAX as well, where there was no title. They were only wrestling with the Wrestle Square title, right?
Yes.
And then now you're seeing like a main event title, a mid-card title,
A proper
as well.
scene.
Yeah, a proper sort of like structure where
Yeah.
one can move on to the next once they're ready, that kind of thing. So it's exciting times for GrappleMAX.
Yeah, for sure. And like we talk about like the new generation. There was a period when, of course, Greg, Lady Killer was like the main first generation, and then we had like the next generation. Of course, the ones who are contending for the title. To me, like Smart Dave, Remus. I think they are the second batch, and then like to me, in my opinion, like the third batch would be like DJ Cal. Even I would consider Prabhu all around that generation.
And then the up and coming batch, you got your Christian, you got your
Yeah.
Oppa.
So it's cool. It's cool to watch all the different iterations and
yeah.
like as you grow old with them, you start to build a connection. That's what
Correct.
wrestling is all about, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's how
All
you
right.
get fans.
Let's move on to the next match then.
All right, the next match. Okay, so this to me was an excellent showcase for our end bosses, Inglorious team, because we actually had our number one. Last time was a super Kwai babyface, now become a hot shot
Yeah, hot shot.
Hot
Shot
shot
heel.
Yes, he actually had a showcase exhibition match with Masa. I can't remember what's his last name. Masa Takanashi from DDT Pro Wrestling. So of course he's a legend.
Yeah.
So yeah, Masa, amazing guy. I think he did bring his serious, like a more serious side to him on that show. I think this match was all about making Hotshot, like showing. Yeah, I believe this was really his Randy Orton Mick Foley moment, bro. That's all I can say, bro. He really gutted it out, man. Masa didn't go easy on it. He was beating the shit out of him, man.
But let me guess, it was a situation where Hotshot lost, but Masa made Hotshot look good.
Yes,
okay.
exactly. Very straightforward. Bro, of course, RKO out of nowhere.
Oh.
Crowd pleaser.
Right.
And even though it's weird, Masa was definitely face, and I think Hotshot was still playing the heel, but it's like the heel proving his toughness.
Right.
Yeah, so still it was a great story being told.
Okay, there you go. Next match.
Of course, so the next match, my favorite match, brother, my favorite match, because it's all about Showtime Inc. Showcasing their new member. Remember?
Mhm.
They had like a mystery partner.
Yes.
So it was Prabhu came to the ring.
Yeah.
Prabhu came with Vel, and they were fighting against Ozzy.
Oi, oi. Okay.
Who apparently had Greg very very passionately defended the
Yeah.
reasoning for them being called Ozzy. Remember?
Even though none of them are Australian, but
Yes.
okay, yeah, go ahead.
But it's the sentiment that counts, bro.
Sure.
Yeah. So the cool thing is for Prabhu and Vel, I think they remember they brought like one of the dummies to the ring at the end of the match, and they was talking about like free some guy. They pasted the guy's face.
Okay.
But I forgot who was the guy. It's the I think it's Power Warrior, bro. Remember Power Warrior unmasked?
What are you talking about? Like in the previous event or what?
Yeah, in the previous event, like everyone was talking about this guy joining, like teasing that he was supposed to be the guy that is joining as the mystery partner. But then, I think because whether he was injured or some storyline that I am not following, there's this whole free this guy movement.
Okay.
So he doesn't attend on the shows, but they paste his face on the dummy, the GrappleMAX dummy, and it's like free this guy.
But who is this guy?
So this guy is, if I'm not wrong, formerly known as Power Warrior, but now he has made the transition to GrappleMAX.
Is this confirmed, or are you just cooking up rumors and innuendo?
Bro, why would I cook up rumors and innuendo? Who am I? There is no dirt sheet in Singapore. We are the dirt sheets, bro.
Right, okay. So did you just dirt sheet them?
No. I didn't Dave Meltzer myself. But anyway, that's not the point. The point is I think, okay, do you remember how Legacy was formed, bro?
Wow.
Okay, I give you
jog my memory.
Yeah, give you a context. Remember Cody Rhodes was teaming up with Hardcore Holly?
Yeah.
And then they were fighting. Then Ted DiBiase Jr. made his debut, and then he was teasing like, "Oh, I'm gonna challenge both of you for the tag team titles.
Yeah.
I'll reveal my partner at like Night of Champions."
Oh.
And then when he's like, "Okay, my tag team partner is
Cody.
Yeah, Cody Rhodes turned on Hardcore Holly and like beat the shit out of him.
Yeah.
This exact same thing happened, bro.
Okay.
Holy crap. Okay, so one thing I didn't mention about who came and accompanied Ozzy to the ring was this guy. Remember this guy called Julian?
Yeah, yes, Julian.
Yeah, Julian was their hype man, right? The Aussie hype man. He's the only one that looked like he can be from Australia, bro. Because he looks a bit more mixed guy, you know? Anyway, this guy was together with Ozzy. And then, like, suddenly Prabhu came to the ring and Vel was like, well, the partner of our choosing is here right now. And then at the exact point in time, I believe like Prabhu was giving his ring or giving his clothes to Sean Rick.
Yeah.
The announcer in the middle of the ring.
Yeah.
And then Sean Rick was like, he teased, bro.
Oh, jeez.
They make it sound like, what? Is it
Sean
Rick?
Yeah.
Because he was like taking all his shit and all that. And the next thing you know, from behind, Julian freaking whacked Ozzy, bro. And then, so it's Prabhu and Julian. So Julian has revealed himself to be the newest addition to Showtime Inc. So cool swerve, I think great story being told.
Right. There you go.
Yeah, and of course, Ozzy, I think got the loss lah. They were putting lah. Prabhu is my guy, man.
Right.
I am a big fan of Prabhu. I want him to become like a future world champion.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, man. For sure.
Let's move on to the next match then.
Alright, so the next match. So this is gonna be the 5th match. Okay, so this was, I would say, a historic match.
Historic match, okay.
A historic match indeed. I think this was actually, right, I would say it's one of the most anticipated matches for Gold Standard as well.
Okay.
Because, of course, we not only just had GrappleMAX wrestlers, we had an invitation. We had the people from APAC Wrestling, right? We had Shao Kahn, we had Diana Phoenix come and have like a special match against Lady Killer and
Crypto Bro, you mean?
Crypto Bro, yes. Thanks for correcting. I will never stop calling you.
He will always be Lady Killer in our hearts.
After the brutal beating he gave me 3 years ago.
Okay, Crypto Bro and Sarah.
And Sarah Colehart on Instagram.
Yes.
And she officially is the first hijabi Singapore wrestler. So we've of course had Diana Phoenix being like a trailblazer for Malaysian wrestling, and now I think one of the big reasons why she even agreed to this match is, hey, I get a chance to fight against Sarah. And the thing about Sarah, bro, okay, first of all, she had an amazing outfit. Because I was thinking like, okay, how is this student girl gonna wrestle? I'm very curious to see the outfit, right?
Yeah.
She came out like looking a bit like Amy Sakura, bro.
Okay.
Like freaking like regal outfit, look a bit like Freddie Mercury. Like you know those like Beatles style military garb uniform, long ass like tailcoat. It's damn dope. And first of all, the crowd was like super into, like really supportive of her. Like everyone wanted her to do well, wanted her to succeed.
Sure.
But one thing you don't realize is actually she's pretty big, man. She's huge. She got size.
Okay.
So I thought it was gonna be like, oh, this inexperienced lady, she gonna be very quiet.
Yeah.
Bro, the moment the bell rang, right, she matched up to Shaukat, because it was an intergender match. I thought it was going to tag in.
Right, it's not a mixed tag, it's intergender match.
Intergender match, so that means like the female wrestlers were fighting the male wrestlers. So the very first time, so Shaukat was like, I don't want to touch you. Respect, stuff lazim, and then but then she go whack Shaukat, and Shaukat was like, he was getting that anger. He was the hand slap coming out already, bro.
Yeah.
And then I think at that moment he tahan a bit, that he go tag in Diana. So
yeah.
if you saw, Diana also had a great exchange with Lady Killer, and both of them are fast. Bro, they were doing the drop down, they were doing all the whole sequence, the international wrestling sequence, that's what they call it, right?
The international wrestling is that really what it's called?
I believe they do have a standard sequence. So like drop down, like jump up,
leapfrog,
yeah. And so they were bringing the fast paced vibe. So of course every time Shaukat was getting very aggressive, then Sarah was like, take out again, Lady Killer coming.
Yeah.
So Lady Killer and Shaukat of course had a great exchange. And every time when it was Diana and Sarah had their own exchange, I believe that Sarah more than make up for like her inexperience with her size, with her strength. She was doing great power moves.
Right.
So we might have found a gem, bro.
Okay.
Because like I don't think GrappleMAX have had female wrestlers in the past, but
they've come and gone, right?
They've come and gone.
So I guess the big question now is, who is Sarah going to match up against moving forward? Is she going to have to wrestle the guys? I mean, SPW kind of has the same problem as well, right?
Yeah,
you have
lack
Alexis
of
Lee and Alexis Lee.
Yes, correct. But I believe Sarah has a lot of potential because I feel that she can handle the physicality of this business.
Who won?
So you see, I need to double check again. It was an amazing match, but at the end of the day, Apex got the victory. So Diana and Shaukat, of course, being the veterans, being like the more well-oiled machine, it's understandable that they would have defeated them. But great performance from Sarah, and I think if you saw like their social media afterwards, that is very emotional, very nice exchange between the two lady wrestlers. So
respect shown after the fact.
Respect shown, man. Hey, Singapore and Malaysia, hijabi wrestlers can beat your ass, man.
There
They
you
are
go.
like the Wakanda of like wrestling, man. Respect them, respect their culture, and then respect their physicality in the ring, bro.
Okay.
Let's go.
Was that the co-main?
That was the co-main event.
Okay, that means we have the main event to talk
Bro.
about left. For the GrappleMAX Championship, it's Smart Dave and Remus.
Yes, correct. So
Let's go.
Long time coming. The GrappleMAX Openweight Championship was presented, a historic moment, and even though we had discussions and maybe like very like curious, like the booking for this tournament like a bit, I don't know whether this is what we thought would have been the final one. Of course, there's a lot of injuries got in the way. Remember, there was COVID to DJ Cal.
Yes.
And then there was some curious like heel face, like I didn't really,
Dynamics.
But then right, after everything that we went through, and after whatever Greg has explained in the previous episode, I just felt like these two were the perfect final opponents for the inaugural championship. So you got the master trainer, we got Smart Dave, established wrestler, has had a career almost a decade in Singapore, won multiple championships across the region. He of course, like if you want to put a resume, by resume alone, he deserves to be the champion, right?
Right.
And then we got Wildfire Remus, who will always insist that he was the first student of GrappleMAX. So he's been there for the longest time, but he has never had that big break.
Yeah.
When we talk about last time, Chris Benoit was an uncrowned champion. Like he deserves to be champion, but he never became champion. Mr. Perfect.
Yeah.
Even Rob Van Dam for a certain time,
long,
he was so great, but he never became champion. Like I think Remus really worked his way out from like a novice student to like a tag team member with Inglorious. And then I think now after I think the developing the moonsault was his game changer.
Right.
Because he had a signature calling card already. So this guy, he was really like, he came into the ring, his intensity, the crowd really got on his side because they felt like, I think this is his time to
Even though he's a heel.
Even though he's a heel, but I felt like dynamics went out the window here. Even though I would say Smart Dave was a face, but he was wrestling like a student and like teacher kind of match. You know?
Okay.
Like even though the student has like leveled up to a certain level, but he will always kind of be the student trying to prove himself to the teacher.
Yep.
And like I said, he was a ring general. Like I don't know whether I've said this before on the podcast, but I feel the way Smart Dave wrestles a bit like Triple H.
Right.
Very cerebral.
Yeah.
Right. And I would say Remus is kind of like all heart. He's a bit like Darby Allin. Like he's fearless, right?
Right.
He was jumping from like the ring out into the audience. He was doing all these crazy bumps. By the end of the match, bro, the bruises, they went long. They went maybe 15 minutes, 20 minutes.
Right.
They went like a proper mini event.
Was there any interference from his fellow Inglorious members?
No.
So it was a straight up
It
one-on-one.
was straight up.
Okay.
I mean, of course, like Greg was around, you know.
Yeah.
But I felt like if I was Greg, if I was a guy that started a promotion and I see the main event being wrestled by these two guys who are essentially my students,
Yeah.
I would be so proud, man.
Sure, of course.
I've been so proud, and I feel like even though, for Remus he didn't get the victory, he didn't get the W. I think that match really made him. I think of course he's disappointed, right?
Yeah.
He didn't get the victory, but I feel like everyone in the audience that night look at him and like, oh, this guy, for all the shortcomings, for all the missed opportunities and not seen as like a star or what, everyone can't deny his heart.
Right.
So he's like heart and soul of GrappleMAX. So
I mean, okay, so when we chatted with them, when we previewed the show, right, we were also talking about like, all right, what would make sense for the first champion? Would it be a Smart Dave or would it be a Remus? Now that we know that the winner is Smart Dave, it makes sense, right?
Yeah, it makes sense all along, right? So I felt like Smart Dave, we gave a lot of props to Remus, right? But Smart Dave definitely, after all said and done, just felt like the right first champion. Like he felt like Chris Jericho 2019 when he became the inaugural AEW champion. Like just by resume experience alone, and our intern Salih kind of interviewed him right after the match, and you saw like I think he summed it up really, really well. I think he said like you're Wildfire, you're great, but I deserve to be here,
Right.
And I should be the standard bearer. And you know what? He's perfect as the first GrappleMAX Openweight Champion.
Yeah, I think so too. I think sort of given the history of GrappleMAX and all that, I think it makes sense.
Yeah.
And if anything now, we can tell the story of Remus's chase again.
Yeah.
If that is in fact where they are going, we don't know.
Yeah.
We'll have to wait and see.
And I think the best thing is, as GrappleMAX Openweight Champion, I think GrappleMAX has really put a serious marker that, hey, they are a serious promotion. I can imagine Dave being a regional kind of wrestler, like territory style, like being his Openweight Champion. GrappleMAX wrestle all over Philippines, Malaysia, and just showcase Thailand, showcase the title. And I think this would be really, really good for the visibility of GrappleMAX with him as a champion.
There you go. That's GrappleMAX. I wish I could have been there, but hey, Kick to the Gut still represented, and let's just look forward to 2023 for more GrappleMAX, more SPW, more Ring of Rebirth. So much local wrestling for us to talk about as well.
For sure. So check out Tune In Season 6.
Absolutely. In the meantime, though, we are going to transition to our awards. But before we do that, though, we do want to talk a little bit about what has happened today in pro wrestling. As we record this on a Sunday, there were 2 pay-per-views, or one PLE and one PPV happening. I'll be real honest with you, bro.
Yeah.
Ever since we sort of wrapped up the season, right, I haven't watched wrestling. I've seen clips on social media, but I don't know if I'm taking a short break.
Yeah.
I've kind of divorced myself from the product a little bit.
No, I think that's great. I think everyone needs to take a break from wrestling here.
You know what it is also, right?
Yeah.
It is the December state of mind. Because in December, it's traditional for all forms of media, TV, radio. I've experienced this firsthand in radio as well. People are going on vacation.
Correct.
They are getting actually busier because they have to wrap the year up.
Correct. They have to clear stuff up.
So people start slacking off on their viewing. On Twitch as well. While I stream on Twitch, I noticed, my numbers are lower than previous.
Yeah.
And it's every December because people are taking vacations, taking time out for themselves, as opposed to, devoting it to wrestling products. So I'm like, is the WWE and AEW also on cruise control right now?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah?
I believe after Survivor Series, especially for WWE, they kind of like kind of going back up to building back up to Royal Rumble, and AEW I think after Full Gear, which is very funny because I think AEW doesn't really have like a December lull because they straight away go into winter is coming,
Correct.
that kind of stuff.
But then one could argue that the whole year is a lull.
Oh wow!
Yes, we are going there.
We can talk about that. Yeah.
Very quickly, let's talk about NXT Deadline. I mean, obviously we haven't watched it.
Yep.
And Ring of Honor Final Battle.
Yes. Correct.
Okay, first of all, the fact that Deadline happens on the same date as Ring of Honor, you gotta know that's done on purpose, right? To take away some of the attention, right, from Tony's.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? Like,
What?
I feel like, remember there was a period when like all the AEW shows are counter programming with NXT show. It was really hot.
Yeah.
Now it's the exact same thing, except all the heat is gone. It's like they fight, but no one cares that they are fighting.
You know why, right?
Why?
Because AEW has done the worst job promoting their own shows, let alone a Ring of Honor show which is not even existed. Like, okay, I'll give you an example.
Yeah.
I just randomly, casually caught the fact that FTR and the Briscoes were going to fight in a double dog collar match, right? And literally was announced 5 days, 6 days, I don't know how many, a few days right before the pay-per-view. I'm like, what?
Yeah, and it's supposed to be the blow-off of their feud.
Exactly. And for all intents and purposes, you know that's going to be a match that delivers because it's FTR, it's the Briscoes, right?
Yep.
But literally zero heat, zero anticipation.
And that sucks because they actually had two amazing matches.
Yeah.
That I also feel like they didn't have any heat because literally like their entire rivalry took place in pay-per-views that had no build. Like all these ROH pay-per-views this year, right?
Exactly. Like, it's literally, okay, if you are a fan, then you know. If you are mainstream, like regular person, you have no idea this shit is happening.
Yeah, so it so sucks. It sucks.
And
man.
okay, you know I'm a fan of Chris Jericho, but I've been let down by my hero, right?
This year,
I feel like, okay,
that makes the two of us, man.
Yeah. CM Punk for him, right? But this is the result. So Claudio is now ROH champion. This whole big thing about, when someone finally takes the title off of me, Chris Jericho, I'm going to make him. It's going to be a big deal. And he fucking does it in a December pay-per-view nobody's watching. I'm sorry, but I feel like there's a reason that happened. It's like, okay, Chris is like, I'm going to just drop the title when nobody's paying attention. Because nobody really cares for this title anyway. Unless you are diehard. So we'll just do it in December when nobody's paying attention.
I believe Cesaro shouldn't have dropped the title in the first place.
Yes,
right? Yes. I would feel him holding the title would have brought more prestige to the title, and I think the Ring of Honor fans wouldn't have soured on the product as much.
Yeah.
In my opinion,
Well, here's the thing. I tune into Dynamite because I want to watch AEW. And then you're force-feeding me a bunch of guys I don't know. No, that's the worst part. When they bring in Dalton Castle and the boys and just rando Ring of Honor people. It's like, but who are these guys? And and you know, and I guess we'll talk about it during our awards, right?
Yep.
But when I look at AEW, all I see is missed opportunities. We've talked about it on previous episodes before. You know. Okay, just very quickly, touching on Deadline. Braun Breaker's still a champion. Makes sense. I don't think Apollo Crews was going to be the guy.
Correct. And I feel like Braun Breaker, I think, needs to carry the title into like Royal Rumble. I think he needs to be showcased in Royal Rumble, but still it's NXT champion as well.
And you know, I haven't been paying attention to NXT. I have zero idea what this new match, Iron Survivor, whatever the hell it is. We have to go back and watch it.
Yeah, honestly, from what I understand, it's just another fancy name for a championship scramble match.
Okay, there you go. Oh, I did see a clip on Insta Stories or Instagram, right, from NXT. So it was the Isla Dawn match.
Okay.
The ref was spouting black goo. Like, apparently he was poisoned or something. I don't know. That was the finish. Like, the ref started spewing black. So I'm like, what is Shawn Michaels doing over there?
Wait. So who has a supernatural gimmick here?
I don't know.
Oh, right. Okay, that's so weird.
So
okay.
I have to go back. Maybe, you know, you can leave in the comments what exactly this storyline is about.
Yeah.
But when I saw that, I'm like, oh, God, okay. This is very different from Black and Gold.
Okay.
I'm a bit like, yikes. All right, it is time for the Kick to the Gut Awards. Thank you so much for all your votes on our Insta Stories, by the way. Here we go. Are you ready?
Of course, my brother.
First of all, favorite feud of the year?
Okay, so favorite feud of the year, I feel it's such an interesting thing because we have across all the promotions, right? But everyone without it's undisputed.
Okay.
Decided on one.
Okay.
It is. Okay, wait, first of all, honorable mention from Mr. Young.
Yes.
Mr. Young versus the Young Bucks.
Hey, you're right.
Yeah, so yeah, the fans have spoken, right? So
Sure.
that's their second favorite feud. But the favorite feud of the year for 2022, MJF versus CM Punk.
Hey, I mean, not a lot of argument there.
Yeah.
You know, even though WWE side had some interesting feuds, none were as personal, as masterfully done, I would say, as CM Punk versus MJF. I mean, there you had an up-and-coming phenom, a prodigy, almost in MJF versus CM Punk. I mean, we all know how good he is.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Would I say actually CM Punk had the best 1 year run of wrestling in any situation?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
And not only was it an amazing start, it was an amazing crash and burn. Also.
Wow, yeah, exactly, right? You talk about everything it takes.
Yeah.
You talk about getting controversy and long-lasting effects that we're seeing even till now.
Yeah, it's amazing. Okay, so favorite PLE and pay-per-view /
Okay.
pay-per-view as voted by the fans. Very interesting.
Yeah?
Last few years, we always had an AEW show,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
This year, no AEW votes at all.
Wow.
But this year, we had a split decision
Okay.
between two pay-per-views.
Ooh.
Any guesses?
I mean, I have the results in front of me, so
Okay,
not
sorry
really.
Sorry guys, the magic has been revealed. Okay.
Yeah.
So tied, right, for top favorite pay-per-view PLE is Survivor Series War Games and Clash at the Castle.
Survivor Series. Okay, I'm actually very surprised at that. Was it because of the gimmick of War Games?
Was it? I don't know. Recency bias? I don't know.
Yeah, I think that could be it as well, right?
Yeah.
Because when you think about that pay-per-view, right, or PLE, I only remember the cage matches,
Yeah.
the War Games matches. The rest of the matches were kind of meh there. Like, I'm amazed that WrestleMania didn't come out on top. Here.
Really? WrestleMania?
Yeah.
I mean, WrestleMania day 1 was good, but WrestleMania day 2 was crap. I mean, my opinion.
Was it really crap though? I mean,
Okay, I would thought Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns was a letdown. Their SummerSlam match was even better. I'm curious SummerSlam is not on this list.
I would give it to WrestleMania just because of the Vince McMahon stuff.
Yeah. Okay, no problem. But anyway, like I feel like Clash at the Castle was a great show.
Sure.
I think the crowd, Drew McIntyre's almost victory was great. SummerSlam wasn't on this list, but I think Survivor Series was also because of the fact that everyone was excited.
Yes.
Yeah. Alright, and WWE Superstar of the Year, bro. Okay, any guesses, bro? Any guesses?
Okay. Honestly, I'm not surprised by the winner.
Okay.
Obviously, even though we all acknowledge that Roman Reigns is still the man,
Yes, still the man.
this other man has arguably made the bloodline even more compelling, more must-see TV. We're talking about the one and only Sami Zayn.
Amazing, bro. Sami Zayn. And the fact is, Bloodline, the storyline has been running for more than a year.
Yeah.
And then he came in and then he made it better. So, like,
Yeah.
I think Sami Zayn is this generation's Mick Foley, bro.
I
For
think so
sure.
too. So yeah, I'm not surprised that he's won.
Correct. And speaking of WWE Group of the Year, is it any other group?
No, they come. Nobody in the WWE, and this could be to their detriment, right?
Yep.
Is at this point seen as an equal to the Bloodline. They're trying with the Brutes, but it's not really working.
Yep.
So who can step up? Maybe we'll find out in 2023. But obviously, it's the Bloodline again.
Bro, my prediction, bro. Bloodline will splinter into two, become Bloodline Civil War, bro. Bloodline Wolfpack.
Oh,
then
God.
Bloodline Hollywood.
Okay,
Confirm one.
I hope not.
Bro, they got enough Samoans. They got enough Samoans to do that. So
I
it's fine.
guess,
Yeah.
I guess.
Okay, so AEW Wrestler of the Year. This is also not a surprise.
Okay.
As voted by the fans, right?
All right.
Who had the biggest story of the year, not named CM Punk?
Right, exactly. And who's still there.
Yes.
Who is arguably the most exciting thing about AEW.
Currently.
Despite what they've tried to do, despite the shit booking, despite the Young Bucks. I had to slide that in there. Of course, he is the current AEW World Heavyweight Champion right now, MJF.
I have nothing else to say about him.
No.
He's amazing, right?
Yeah.
He's amazing. He is a generational talent, as he should. But though I need to say, bro, have you checked out the Ricky Starks promo?
Yes, I have.
We might be building a new babyface with Ricky Starks, in my opinion.
Like, do you see shades of Triple H versus The Rock
Yes.
back in the Intercontinental title? But here's the problem, though. Now that this feud is finally happening, they are both at different spots. This is almost as if this is like the People's Champion versus a DX Triple H. Different levels,
Correct.
you know? Like,
That means Ricky Starks is AEW's booking's fault.
Yeah,
But
yes,
Ricky Starks
yes.
really needs a lot of work to catch up. And
Correct.
bro, Ricky Starks didn't just match toe to toe. I think he obliterated MJF in that segment.
well, here's the thing. We've said this for about a good portion of the year already. What are they doing with Ricky Starks? He obviously has it on the mic. He can go toe-to-toe. Why are they not giving him a push?
Yeah. Looks like he's giving.
Well, honestly, I feel like this is just a
Tease.
A sub-boss. Like
Correct.
MJF needs somebody to fight with before he moves on to a full-fledged feud with Bryan Danielson or whoever else. Unfortunately, I think this is a sub-feud.
Yeah, and I think it's okay. Ricky
Yeah.
Starks, I think, can prove in that one big match, and Winter is coming, that he could be the future. He could be the one that actually eventually throw off MJF.
Yeah.
But maybe it's not the right time
No.
yet. But everyone now suddenly stood up and noticed Ricky
Yes.
Starks, and that's all he needs, an opportunity, right?
Mhm.
Okay, AEW Group of the Year.
Last year was the Elite, if I remember correctly. So this year, okay, fans, what have you done? What have you voted?
Okay. So, well, there's a lot of people actually voting the Elite. I think maybe just to screw with you, Mr.
I
Young.
think so.
Yeah. But actually, it's not the Elite who became the Group of the Year.
Uh-huh.
As voted by our listeners, it is the Blackpool Combat Club.
Oh, the BCC, now minus William Regal, who's probably going back to the WWE.
Yeah. Actually, I kind of like the fact that William Regal left and
Yeah.
then still has the BCC, like, still be part
Yeah,
of the group.
sure.
I think like it's like a parting gift. For
Yeah.
him. And okay, as much as we talk stuff about, like Moxley, talk about Wheeler Yuta, but honestly, they are, in theory, a really dominant group.
Correct.
No one has actually kind of like destroyed them or beaten them
beat
up.
them.
Yeah, so yeah, I think by technicality alone, BCC is like the best thing going there in terms of groups lah. I mean, it can't be the Elite, right?
Right, yeah, they were not there for quite a while
Yeah.
through no fault of their own, I guess.
Yeah. Some people voted for House of Black, so
I think that's Fias Guanda, just the one guy.
I think Nick-Mart also. Bro.
Nick-Mart also, ah?
Nick-Mart, but I think
See,
Nick-Mart, yeah.
there's another thing about AEW. The potential is there, however, the booking has been the drizzling shits.
Yeah. So speaking of drizzling shit booking, it's time for Mr. Young and FRGN's picks for our own categories.
Was
bro.
that the fan votes?
Yeah, no, those were the fan votes.
Finished already. Okay, thank you very much for all the votes, by the way. You have been heard. We have acknowledged your votes. Now it's time for us to give our picks. Let's go.
Alright.
Ha.
Our turn now, bro.
Yes.
Our turn. So Mr. Young and FRGN's gonna pick our favorite moments / categories that we decided off the top of our head right now, bro.
Absolutely. So, okay, first we go with match of the year.
Okay.
Two matches actually come to mind.
Really? Okay.
Yes. I'm having a tough time trying to decide between the two. Maybe you can help me break the tie.
Okay.
And they're both from WrestleMania.
Really?
And they both involve a certain couple.
really?
Can you guess?
Wow. A couple. No, man.
Yeah.
My mind is blank.
Okay.
Okay,
Wa-
give me
wa-
more
once I
clues.
tell you one, you'll know the other already. Bianca Belair, Becky Lynch.
Okay.
And the other one is Seth Rollins, Cody
Cody
Rhodes.
Rhodes.
Okay. Now that I sort of say it out loud, right?
Yeah.
I'm leaning more towards Cody Rhodes and Seth only because they had a continued rivalry moving on to the next pay-per-view Hell in a Cell,
Yep.
where we got to see Red Tete, Cody Rhodes.
Correct. So like the moment, the whole story of them
Yes.
is like your pick lah.
Which is crazy. I don't know if you remember last year, I was jumping up and down talking so much shit about Cody Rhodes. And then this year,
Yeah.
it's a totally, completely different thing.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Right. I guess a lot of it is, and it's a lesson to learn as well. Sometimes you just need to be in the right place. AEW, though, was a good distraction for Cody,
Yeah.
a place for him to go and grow, learn things. WWE is his home.
It makes sense.
It made him so much bigger than who he was. The entrance at WrestleMania, sort of the crowd buzzing, oh, is it Cody? Is it Cody? Is it Cody?
Yep.
And then him showing up, Seth reacting to Cody. You know, there's a history there as well because Dusty's, like, one of his favorite students
Correct.
was Seth Rollins.
Correct.
Right? And then, to have them have that match, and they tore the house down.
Yep. Oh man, that's a great choice, man.
Yeah. Actually, I had a third one. It was going to be Sheamus and
At
Gunther at Clash.
Yeah.
But I think because of the moment and the crowd, I will give it to Seth versus Cody WrestleMania.
Yeah. Okay, so those are great options. I think those was chosen based on stories. For me, right, I was thinking, right, I would have chosen like a wrestling match, like a proper wrestling match, right? But then, right, no wrestling match stood out for me this year. You can argue FTR,
Yeah.
Briscoes. You can argue like.
But the problem with those is there's no build, there's no story.
Correct. But for me, right, I had two matches.
Two also. Okay, come.
But both matches, right, nothing to do with wrestling.
What?
It was everything to do with. It took me back to me as a kid watching Attitude Era, bro.
All right.
Okay. So both matches reminded me of Attitude Era craziness / violence.
Okay.
Okay. Number 1, who can forget Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, SummerSlam, and that freaking tractor, bro.
Right.
Freaking Thanos switch. You know when they brought the moon down and crashed onto the Avengers and everything's floating.
Okay, yeah.
I was like, I've never seen this, and I remember clearly when I watched that match, right?
Yeah.
I was watching with my insurance agent, bro.
Oh.
I think I told you this story on the podcast.
Yeah.
I was literally having a meeting with my agent. I said, hey guys, bro, can you stop like for 10 minutes? I just want to watch this main event. It was happening there. And this guy who have never watched wrestling got super like, holy shit, whoa. And then I think that is like a mark of a match that can really capture like a casual's attention.
Yeah.
And it definitely made me spellbounded.
You were sports entertained.
Yeah, so my matches, I think, I chose based on my sports entertainment value. Not say wrestling matches.
Moments.
Okay? Correct. Second match, it was very hard to choose the matches because of the matches that they had. It was so far and few, but it was all really good.
All right.
CM Punk, MJF, dog collar match.
There you
Revolution.
go. I'm not surprised.
And again, it was Attitude Era violence.
Yep.
But there was story.
Yep.
There was the come-uppance.
Yep.
Remember, I don't remember. I know it's early in the year, but CM Punk coming out to his ROH theme song, and like it was just great. Cap off to that rivalry lah. So love it. Okay, so next one. Oh my God, moment of the year, Mr. Young.
Oh wow, okay. I think I know which one you're gonna go for, so I'll go for a different one.
Okay, go.
Okay. My OMG moment of the year is Vince McMahon's indiscretions. And I will say this, right? It set off a chain of events that have completely reshaped the pro wrestling scene.
Yeah.
If you think about it, it's like an episode of Marvel's What If.
What
right?
If, yeah.
If Vince McMahon's shenanigans didn't come out, right, I think we would be seeing a very different WWE and AEW. And the sentiment towards these companies would be very different as well. Okay, case in point, right? Now that, as we know, Vince McMahon, evil corporation, all the indie fans hate. That's why they hated WWE. Because, he's the guy holding down our favorite guys. That's the fuel behind AEW.
Yeah, that's the whole point, right?
If you think about it, right? But now, that guy, the evil empire head, is gone. And replaced by him is a wrestler-friendly guy who loves the indie guys. You know, he brought them into his NXT.
It's almost there's no point for AEW existing anymore.
Exactly. Yeah. Right. So now Triple H is the guy that people love, and he's built a lot of goodwill because he's been promoting your Garganos, your Ciampas, all the indie guys that the indie fans love. And then now you have AEW, and stories are coming out about how Tony Khan doesn't know what he's doing. There are cliques forming, and then these indie fans, they're starting to kind of turn as well. So I'm like, all because of Vince stepping away.
Yeah, bro, in 3 years, right? Bro, this is like the perfect example if you either die a hero or live long enough to become the villain.
Yeah, so arguably I would say that Vince McMahon's scandal made the WWE better and AEW sort of like, start falling apart.
Yeah, I think it kind of like broke the mystique of AEW being like the fans' favorite promotion. Who do you think was going to be mine, bro?
OMG moment of the year?
Yeah.
Of course, the CM Punk press scrum lah.
Oh man,
of course.
You got it.
That's gotta be it, right? I mean,
it's gotta be it.
The crazy thing is, both of our picks for this year are non-angles.
Yeah, it's things that weren't planned.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a moment, it wasn't a planned spot.
Yeah.
And I still remember very clearly when that shit was happening, right? I think I texted you.
Yeah.
Or like, we were like, I know the event just ended and like we were planning like,
we had just finished our podcast, didn't we? And then it happened. Like, was it?
Oh yeah, we pre-recorded something.
Or something like that. And then we were like, oh my God, what just happened?
Yeah, something happened. People were like texting us or putting on our Discord. So shout out to our Discord members as well. And then we were like, what the fuck is happening? And then like literally when I watched it, like my jaw dropped.
Yeah.
Because like I don't think we've ever seen anyone call out backstage politics in that way before.
Yes.
No. I mean, yeah, there's like shoot interviews, yes, premeditated. There was shoot moments in the ring.
Yeah.
But like I've never seen like, and then like Tony Khan's reaction.
Tony Khan and Tony Stark very different.
Tony Stark is Tony Khan's wish he could be dead. But anyway, Tony Khan's reaction, and I think
lack thereof,
like just knowing what the fuck is going on. But honestly, looking back now, 4-5 months after it, right? I still feel everything CM Punk said had a point, and he wouldn't have said all those things if everyone else didn't fuck up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, people say, oh, CM Punk should have been professional. He said it. He's at fault. Blah blah blah. But I would argue if everyone did their job,
were professional.
Even if they didn't agree with CM Punk.
Yeah.
I feel it's unprofessional that
Hangman Page
Hangman
did
went
what
to
he
business
did. Yeah.
into himself. I think it's unprofessional that if they leak stories.
Yeah, the cliques that are formed within the company itself.
Yeah, and I feel like how the fuck that Hangman Page is still in AEW after he actually started all this shit.
Yeah,
and he's getting title shots and all that kind
Yeah.
of stuff. So like I don't know, man. It's just oh my god crazy. It's crazy
Yeah.
as a CM Punk fan. It's crazy as a wrestling fan because like honestly, 2022 is the most newsworthy. What the fuck? Oh my god, moment of every year, any year, bro. 2022.
And also, it exposed a lot of the issues that AEW may or may not have been dealing with.
We
Now we know.
speculated.
Yeah, we speculated.
But now it's like out in the open.
Yeah, it's confirmed. Like, okay, there are cliques, groups of people that don't like each other. And the crazy thing is now that you see who is getting pushed, you're like, no wonder you never see Ricky Starks because he has come out to say that, oh yeah, he's learning so much from CM Punk.
Yeah.
So it's like, wait a minute, you put one and one together. The guys who have come out to say that they enjoy working with CM Punk, they are not on AEW television or FTR.
Yep.
You know, Hobbs.
Can I make a prediction?
Sure.
Oh my god, moment of 2023.
Yeah.
Either CM Punk returns to AEW and feuds with Kenny Omega, or CM Punk returns to WWE. That's gonna be my I'm gonna predict that now.
Wow.
Either or.
I think it'll be WWE.
Okay.
I really don't like. Anyway, we won't get into that.
Yes, of
okay,
course.
let's instead move on to the next
Okay,
category.
This is my favorite category. I think I appreciate because you always say it. Just stop it.
Just stop it. You know, last year my pick was
Cody
Rhodes.
Yes.
How much has changed in 1 year, right?
Changed. Yes, correct.
Okay, I actually was thinking of two different winners for this category.
Can.
But at the end of the day, and okay, this is my reasoning. Originally, I wanted to say the Elite, the clique that is causing all these issues and sort of. For their matches, you know I'm not a fan of the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega because I feel like their matches are the same thing over and over again. They're best of 7 series. Who gives? I don't even care anymore, right?
Yeah.
And them forming cliques, talking in Tony Khan's ear, all that's toxic behavior, right?
Yep.
The problem is Tony Khan's letting them do that. So my Just Stop It award is Tony Khan himself. Look. As a boss, it is incumbent on you to see the people you have. Okay, you have CM Punk. You know he's not going to work well with the Young Bucks and the Elite. You shouldn't let this stuff culminate into this big pressure cooker event that was the media scrum.
Yeah.
It's all on Tony Khan.
I believe so. I believe so as well. You know, you'll be surprised who's my Just Stop It award.
Really?
You'll be so surprised.
Okay.
You want me to say it?
Sure, of course.
My Just Stop It award is CM Punk.
Wait. Your hero.
Yes.
Why CM Punk? You don't think that this was at the end of the day Tony Khan's fault?
No. You know why? You know what? Actually, I was surprised that you wouldn't have called out your own hero and tell
Chris
Chris Jericho to just stop it.
But see, here's the thing, right? Yes, everybody is going to try to take advantage of the situation for their own good because at the end of the day, they are businessmen, someone to say Kanye, whatever, right? But the point is, the boss should be the one looking at all this going, no.
Yeah.
Okay, let me give you an example. Vince McMahon wouldn't let this shit happen.
Of course you wouldn't let it happen.
No, he has control of his company.
Correct.
Whether you like his booking decision or not, at least they respect, okay, this fella makes the calls.
My problem with CM Punk attempting to stop it, right, it's not because of all these things that happened to him.
Yeah.
I know it sucks whatever happens to him.
Yeah.
But I still feel that he shouldn't play the victim.
Oh, okay.
Because I've learned in my life, play the victim is easy.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And even though the world is really against you, you do have a valid claim to be angry. But I still feel that he could have reacted so much better.
Yeah.
Honestly, I respect Cody Rhodes more.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Cody Rhodes had issues with AEW.
Yeah.
He wasn't happy.
Yeah.
He just walked out very gracefully. Maybe it's politics. Maybe he's like, I'm just gonna have a good relationship no matter what. But hey, now everyone looks on him as a hero for doing what he did.
Which is crazy, right?
Right.
1 year on, we realize, actually, he was probably dealing with all that bullshit with the Elite.
Yeah.
But he just quietly said, okay.
Remember
right.
Codyverse?
Yeah.
He was in his own Codyverse. No one wanted to play with him.
Yeah, that was the thing, right? Like, literally everyone in Cody's circle and everyone is in the Elite never cross paths.
Yeah. The reason why why I'm disappointed with CM Punk as a fan is because I think this quote came up about how I think it was wrestling with Freddie. Freddie Prinze Jr. said the quote that CM Punk was always hated John Cena, didn't like John Cena because like Triple H understood, but Triple H said like the only reason he doesn't like John Cena is because if he had a choice to be in John Cena's spot, he would have taken it, and he just resents Cena for having that spot.
Right.
My thinking is if John Cena was in CM Punk's spot, John Cena will never make a fool out of himself.
Right.
So it's justified why John Cena became the top guy.
Right.
And I feel like as human as CM Punk is, that he can like, you know, be honest and like call people out and kind of stuff. Like I feel like if you really came back after 7 years away from this business to leave all this toxicity behind, why is he not like Shawn Michaels like when he returned?
Yeah.
He wasn't about politics and drama, you know what I mean?
But then again, Shawn Michaels returned to a place that was conducive to him, where everybody loved him.
Yeah.
CM Punk is coming into a place where you have this entire clique of people who not only don't want to listen to him, are actively disrespecting him and calling him out and live on TV, even though CM Punk is the biggest star.
That's why if I knew my worth, if I was CM Punk, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna leave
quietly lah.
Yeah,
that's what you're saying lah.
I don't think. I mean, if you want to shoot them down after the fact, fine. But I think you make your legacy worse.
Yes.
It's like whatever Cristiano Ronaldo is doing, I guess lah. Yeah. Sorry, I had to put in a football reference. Okay.
But at the end of the day, I think the buck stops. The buck stops at Tony Khan as the leader.
I don't disagree with you.
Yeah, he needs to put his foot down, and for crying out loud, there's so many opportunities, so many legit people who could become superstars. Yeah, they're just not getting the time or effort.
Yeah.
All right.
For sure. Last award.
Yeah.
Favorite wrestling show.
Ooh, this one is tough.
Okay. Since I know all the shows suck this year, we can expand it to cover documentaries / events.
If you start covering documentaries, then this one for sure the freaking Dark Side of the Ring win already, right?
Yeah, but did Dark Side of the Ring come out this year?
Actually, yeah, you're right.
I can't remember.
Okay, you know what? Even though it's been a tough year, because of one man, I'm going to make my pick.
Okay, go.
Last year I picked WWE, NXT.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
This year I'm going to pick SmackDown.
That makes sense.
Because through everything, there's one guy that has made the bloodline and it's just been Uzi.
Yeah.
We're talking about Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
Like for me, when I see the clips on social media, a lot of times when I see AEW clips, I'm like, oh, okay, this happened. Okay, whatever. Yeah. But when I see a Uzi clip, I'm like, shit, now I'm going to want to watch SmackDown.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to have a crazy thing to say.
Oh boy.
It's going to be a show, right? Since this is my list, my rules.
Yeah, sure, go.
Yeah. I'm not gonna include a wrestling show. I'm gonna include a wrestling podcast.
What?
I'm not talking about Kick to the Gut. Even though we are very proud of Kick to the Gut.
Yeah.
But my favorite wrestling content this year is Jim Cornette, bro.
Walao.
Bro,
hey, that's a cop out.
No. Hear out my argument. My favorite wrestling show is Jim Cornette's reviewing wrestling shows. Because everything that happens on wrestling, right? Yeah. I honestly don't really care. Yeah. I'm actually excited to hear Jim Cornette's reaction to it more. So like, I understand when people say like they enjoy like listening to podcasts or even listening to us. It's not really because of them. They wanna be part of the community, right?
Yeah, and find out what we thought of it.
Correct.
And whether they should go and invest the time to watch it or not.
Correct. And I love Jim Cornette because Jim Cornette is just a cranky old man.
Yeah.
He will just straight shoot you. Everything that he reacted to this year, from Sami Zayn, from the press scrum, from like WrestleMania, from Vince McMahon's allegation, everything, like him shitting on Tony Khan, Young Bucks, that was my entertainment of the year.
Okay.
I don't consider myself a Jim Cornette mark because I never even saw him in his prime.
Yeah.
But everything he says, and shout out to Brian Les as well, his partner, because his partner is a perfect fall because he's just this guy that puts up with the nonsense and he just laughs along. Yeah. So my favorite wrestling show of the year is anything Jim Cornette did this year.
Which is a indication of how wrestling was this year.
Yeah, it was.
Yikes. Yeah. Well, can we safely say that the worse wrestling gets, the better podcast gets?
Yeah.
Because there's more shit for us to talk about. If wrestling was in this golden era where every match was great and storylines were wonderful, we'd be like, oh shit, yeah, that shit was cool.
It would have been a very positive podcast. It would be like,
I guess.
Like comic breakdown about comic. It'd be fun.
But no.
It's just our saltiness just comes out.
We need the drama, I guess. That's what we need.
Yeah. So I think with that, bro.
Yes.
In conclusion, I think this was a great review. We'll talk more later. If you guys guys are watching this, we are gonna be going over to our wrestle party right now.
Yep.
We'll talk more about with our listeners, with the wrestlers, and we'll review wrestling in 2022 with them. I think
Absolutely.
I want to hear their opinions as well.
In the meantime, thank you so much for watching this, and of course for watching the podcast as well. As always, like we say, if you haven't joined our Discord, come join our Discord. We have a Patreon if you want to take your support to the next level as well. And follow us on our social media platforms as well.
And also as well, we have merch.
Woo!
So check out our Kick to the Gut mug. We have a new shirt design.
There you go.
Kick to the Gut podcast.
Damn.
So we're gonna be like debuting this at our wrestle party later. But if you guys are interested, DM us. We'll be definitely ordering new batches. So just in time for season 6. So that should be fun.
And in the meantime, it is Mr. Young.
And it's Foreign in the building. See you next year.
Kick to the gut. I like it.